We've added a whole bunch of features to manage questions submitted for your office hour sessions. Here's a quick video to show you what we've got. So once you've logged into the DevGym, click on that little down arrow, pick office hours, and you'll see the office hours that you have privileges to edit, including my PL SQL one, just so you can view how I do things. I see lots more because I'm an admin. So I'll go down to PL SQL, office hours. And you'll see right at the top level for your series, not for individual sessions, you'll see the questions tab that was previously only visible for the individual sessions, and you'll see all the questions across all your sessions. So you can manage your questions right from this one page, or you can drill down to a session. Let's go to this one. And then you'll see just the questions for that session. Okay, so you can see that we've got a little bit of status here, unassigned, no action taken, etc. We've got different reports. You can see the different statuses. The primary report shows you all your different statuses. You can look at things that have no action taken, for which a private reply was sent, that you've published the answer and asked Tom, or that you've rejected it. You've redirected it to a Q&A forum. Let's dive in. Let's pick this one, unassigned, no action taken. So what you see here is the session that it was assigned to. Notice that there's no email address. This was submitted back when they didn't have to be signed in to submit a question, which they do now. So for any new question, you'll always see an email address here. Let's just make it mine. You can assign a question to a person for answering. And this will be a selection of Oracle employees. Currently, when you do this, it will not automatically send an email to that person, but I'll look to implement that really soon. So you can assign a person to the question. There's the question they've submitted. Now, in terms of answering and publishing, you've got, again, those three choices. You can publish your answer as a new Q&A thread in Ask Tom, in which case it will show up on the Ask Tom Office Hours page in a special answer section with a link to the Q&A thread. To publish in Ask Tom, you'll have to provide a subject and, of course, your answer. And then you simply click on this button. It'll save your changes, and it'll generate the thread in Ask Tom. It'll return the link back here. And then you'll be done. Now you might decide, you know what, it's not really a good question to actually add to the knowledge base of Q&A, but I do want to get back to this person, so I'm going to reply privately, in which case you'll provide an answer. You don't have to worry about the subject. You'll have to make sure there's an ask or email, and then off it will go to that person. You can also reply privately and then later on decide to publish and Ask Tom. They're not exclusive. Finally, you might have a question that you look at and you say, well, that's really a much better question to put on the question forum. For example, Apex has its own Q&A forum in the Oracle Developer Community Forums, previously OTN. So you can actually provide the URL for that link in your session series. I'll go back to that in a moment. And then we'll automatically send an email to that person telling them, we're not going to handle this question in office hours, but please go to the forum and ask your question there. So all these options are available. You can also delete a question if it's junk or for whatever reason you don't want to keep it there. Back to the report. So when you're on the main page of the parent, as opposed to an individual child, if you click on Properties, you'll see Forum URL. I've got it set to Ask Tom, and in fact, that's the default. If you don't set a forum link, it'll automatically default to sending people to Ask Tom to ask their question, which will make sense for a lot of database questions. But if you've got a more specialized forum that works better for you, such as the Application Express forum, maybe something on sharding, more specialized areas, you can provide the link to the forum here, and that'll automatically go into the email. So, let's see, there's one more thing. If I open up a question, you might say, well, they submitted the question for the table function session, but really it's a question about error management. I can also change the session that it's associated with. I can even say, wait a minute, this is a SQL question, not a PL SQL question, and I can redirect it over to a different office hours. So all these options are available now to help you manage your questions more carefully and easily. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like or need. Enjoy. Thanks so much for participating in the Ask Tom Office Hours program.